Okay, today the star of the show is not PawPaw, so PawPaw don't even need to be seen on here. What we're going to be cooking up, I affectionately call it what you got. You know, sometimes you're hungry and you got to cook something and you can't get to the store, so you just got to cook what you got. And what we're going to cook up today as a little concoction, I'm going to, first of all, put a little oil, not much, just a little bit of oil in a cast iron skillet. And we are going to dice up some jalapenos and some purple onion. So let me get that done. I've already rinsed off my jalapenos. And I do want to tell y'all, you handle jalapenos, don't touch your nose or your eyes or your private parts. Make sure you wash your hands really, really good with some soap. Because if you don't, the oil from those seeds will tear you a new one, boy. And the seeds are where most of the heat is from anyway. So what I like to do is I like to take my jalapeno and get the seeds out of it. And just put the flesh in the skillet. I don't use expensive knives, mainly because I like doing it cheap. But I have been very, very pleased with this knife right here. It's made by KitchenAid. They're not paying me to say anything, but I have been very, very pleased with this knife. I've had it for several years now, and it's held its edge very well. So if you get an opportunity, come across one, like I said, it's KitchenAid. It's a good quality knife, and it's not a whole lot of money. I have this eye on. Oh my God! Whew! The fumes from that. Good Lord! Boy, howdy! That burnt my nostrils. Anyway. Some jalapenos browning off in there. Woo. Got some purple onion, because this is what I got. We're cooking What You Got. This is episode 1. Right now my Wednesday morning live stream is playing, and I told everybody, I said, I gotta eat. It's, you know, it's 10:31 in the morning. I've got to have something to eat. I've been with y'all all morning long. So I told everybody, I said, if y'all want to just sit here and treat this like a chat room and just keep on yakking with one another, hell, I don't give a hoot. I said, but I got to go cook me something to eat. I'm going to make a video of it while I'm doing it. So, got a lot of friends that are right now on my live stream just shooting a breeze at each other. Ain't a darn thing happening because I'm in here. And there's still 30-something people in there. I told them I would make this here video. So anyway, I'm turning that heat up just a little bit, get this going. Now, what else I have here is I have a couple of eggs, and I have some mackerel. This mackerel is good stuff, actually. It's a lot better than what you might think. And I use this in place of salmon. Now, I don't worry about the little bones in it, but what I do like to do is I like to take that backbone out, because that's a big old powdery bone right there. That don't have to be in there. So that's the only bones I worry about taking out of it. And it's not required. You can eat those, but I don't see any reason to when it's that easy to take out. I just take that backbone out. That's all I would worry about. A lot of people turn their nose up at mackerel, and you know, I understand. But if you've ever had salmon patties, this tastes just like salmon. I mean, so much like salmon you can't hardly tell the difference. Let me wash my hands. Technically, that mackerel is already cooked. I just want it mashed up, little bitty pieces. I'm not looking for a big chunk of mackerel to eat. This is more or less just there. And I grabbed me a can of Italian diced tomatoes, because it was the last can I had. And it has basil, garlic, and oregano in it. And I have been known to sit around and eat these just with a spoon, just eat the whole can. It's so good. So I have never, ever prepared this. This is totally new to me, but I'm cooking what I got. So this is What You Got, episode 1. What you got? So we're gonna cook this up real good. Now, I'm gonna bring a heat on up to high. Get it going good. Because hell, I'm starting to get hungry already. We're going to add a couple of eggs to it, just because. And if I was making salmon patties, I'd be mixing cornmeal with it. Well, I have some Mexican cornmeal, or corn flour. It's called masa. One brand name is Maseca. And this is the stuff that's used to make tortillas and tamales. So I'm going to put some of this in there. It's sort of going to be like a cornbread, I think. We're going to find out. I may have to add more water to it, looks like. Or maybe I'm just making a giant mackerel patty. Who knows? Never made it before. Woo! Oh, I just tasted a little bit of that shit. Damn jalapeno is hot, let me tell you. I might have been alright just put one jalapeno in this. Ooh-wee. Add a little water to that. One old boy, he sure criticized my sausage gravy over rice. He thought that was most unhealthy shit he'd ever seen. Let's see, let's talk about healthy. This has fresh jalapenos, it has fresh onions, has a can of diced tomatoes, it has some mackerel in it, and it has some corn flour. A little bit of cooking oil, and it's got a couple of eggs. Now, I don't see anything at all unhealthy about this. A created monster. It's moving. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my heat off. I'm going to let that set a little bit. See if I can find a lid to put over it. I got one, and then we'll be back. So I'm going to let that sit right there, and we'll be back in a little bit. We'll see what happens. Alright, let's see what we got here. Because that's what it's called. It's called What You Got. I have no idea. I don't know if I've left it sitting there long enough or not. Well, I'm going to put some on a plate and try to eat it and see what it tastes like. I may need to cook it longer. But I don't know until I try it. I think I will turn that element on as low as I can, keep the heat on it. We'll see what happens. Well, did I tell you anything? Oh, that shit's good. So what I'm going to do now is I am turning it off, going to leave it off, because when I went in there and ate this in front of everybody on today's live stream, that shit was so good. And even though I didn't get like a cornbread crust on it, really, it just tastes good. I don't see any reason to muck with it anymore because it tastes very good. So I'm just going to eat it. So, ladies and gentlemen, that right there is What You Got, episode 1. We'll do something else tomorrow. Y'all have a wonderful day and a better tomorrow. Bye.